Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm thrilled to be diving into today's topic. Fuck, fuck. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm back for my once a year podcast of discussing random things, and then I just go into hiatus for a year. And I'm only messing, but I'm going to try be a bit more consistent with the podcast because I just think it's just not good for anybody just leaving it there for like a year and then come back to it, and then everyone's like, "What's going on with it?" And then I kind of upload every so infrequently. So I'm going to try. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be kind of stupid and say, "Oh, I'm going to upload one a day or one a week." But I think once a month is very doable. I think, in my opinion, I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I think just today I have a couple of things written down, and I am thinking about talking about, or I've thought about talking about solo traveling for, yeah, for those who are new to the podcast or who new to knowing me, I suppose. I am my name's Brandon Mulholland, as you can tell from the podcast name itself. I'm the host, and I'm a fellow travel enthusiast. And maybe I should probably touch on the incredible benefits of solo traveling and why it's such a transformative experience. So, first thing I've kind of written down here in my section of notes is like why solo traveling. That's kind of the first question that people always ask: why do you do this? Why do you do that? Kind of has to be, there's a why to every kind of topic there is. So, in my opinion, trying to be kind of unbiased possible, but like simply put, like the act of exploring the world on your own terms is like it's very like you have this like sort of freedom, like exploring the world whenever you want, how you want to do it. It's about like going on a journey of self-discovery, adventure, and also it's good for like personal growth without having to worry about kind of keeping everyone happy. You're like you're your own person, you're your own boss. It's a bit like kind of run your own business like by yourself, or you're a sole trader if you're like an entrepreneur, if you're like you take the risk, you get in what you put out of it, essentially. And I was initially drawn to solo traveling a few years ago, and I craved the freedom to explore destinations at my own pace. And for me myself, I just like to fully immerse myself in the experience. And then I think after like the why you should solo travel, the next topic you should probably talk about is the benefits of solo traveling. And what I find, like for me personally, is that it's been instrumental in helping me step out of my comfort zone and discover parts of myself which I never knew existed. Whether I've like, navigated through like bustling markets in Morocco, or I've like found solitude in like landscapes of Spain. Like each solo trip has taught me valuable lessons about resilience, self-reliance, and adaptability. I also found that like it had great flexibility and independence. So I think, as well as I shown the first segment, that um you create your own itinerary and you embrace your spontaneity. So without the need to accommodate others' preferences or schedules, like I've been able to seize every opportunity that comes my way. Like I've been on about maybe Jesus 6 or 7 solo trips now, and I think every time I've just enjoyed my own freedom and doing things that I want to do. Like if I want to go on a, I don't know, three day trip to Amsterdam just to do rock climbing, like I can do that. I can decide what I want. I can dictate at my own pace. I don't need to worry about being with other people and like going out away from the crowd and doing my own thing. It's like if I want to go to do rock climbing in Amsterdam, I could do rock climbing in Amsterdam. Or like if I just wanted to kind of just do like museum tours by myself, I could just do that. Or if I just want to eat in lovely restaurants by myself, and without worrying about kind of trying to accommodate everybody, keep them happy. And then also like solo traveling has really opened my eyes to the rich tapestry of like cultures, traditions, and perspectives that like make the world so vibrant. So, um, for example, like I've only really only traveled around like Europe, went to one country in Africa, and yeah, 2 countries in North America, and then I don't know if you want to count Turkey as a country in Europe as well. But I think it gave me good insight into like how different the world is from back home, like what you see day to day, and then when you travel by yourself in an environment in a foreign country, different culture, different religion, different um it's just different ways of respect with each other. It's very eye opening, and you kind of take these experiences when you come back from the country that you're from. Like I've definitely kind of stayed in a couple of hostels, and I like across Europe, and I've like, you kind of get to know someone. It's weird, like you get to know someone like after like an hour of talking. It feels like you know them your whole life. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's hard to explain unless you do it yourself. But even with like the whole language barrier and stuff like that, like you definitely get to know a lot more. You learn a lot more about yourself. Learn a lot more about the world as you solo travel. And I think as well, it helps with building confidence and resilience. Like it isn't always kind of going to be smooth sailing. Like there's been moments of like uncertainty and discomfort along the way. However, like in my opinion, like each challenge has been an opportunity for growth. Like, and I think strengthening my resilience and fortifying my confidence in my abilities has like really benefited me. Like compared if I didn't solo travel, whether it's navigating through like language barriers or finding my way in unfamiliar surroundings. Solo traveling has like basically equipped me with the resilience to overcome obstacles both on the road and in life. And in my third section of solo traveling, I think I discussed the whys and the benefits. But I think if you were to ask me my tips of solo traveling, I think if you want to go on your own adventure solo travel, like here, like would be a few tips to get started. So the first will obviously be a destination. Like, so if you're living, I'm going to assume most of my audience is coming from Ireland. So, I definitely go somewhere relatively close in Europe. So, somewhere somewhere you can, somewhere that's not going to take any longer than like 3 hours to fly to would be my recommendation. I think, especially because if things go bad or if you really don't enjoy it, you can just fly home without having, you can get it for relatively cheap, and you don't need to worry about big long layovers and time zones and stuff like that. If you'd like wanted to solo traveling in, I don't know, for example, France, like for a week, you can easily do that because like France is only what, an hour and a half, 2 hours away on the plane. So yeah, destination of course is very important. You got to pick somewhere that like aligns with your interests. So are you going? What you going there for? To see the sights? Are you going there for the food? Are you going there for the sports? Are you going there for like the activities? Are you going there for the culture? Like what is it you want? The budget as well. How much are you planning on spending day to day on food, travel, or food transport, um, different activities like touristy stuff, and comfort level as well. Um, like make sure to research this extensively and trust your instincts when selecting your first solo travel destination. In my opinion, like that, obviously people do their own ways differently, but that's kind of what I recommend. And then budgeting as well, like set a realistic budget for your trip, like take account expenses such as transportation, accommodation, meals, activities. Consider staying in maybe like a budget friendly accommodation like a hostel or a guest house to like stretch your travel budget further. And as well as that, like I think with guest houses and hostels, like you won't feel as alone if you're people. I know like the whole purpose of solo traveling is going by yourself, but at least you won't feel lonely if you're over there, if you get me. So at least you have a bit of company and a bit of small talk with somebody. um, I'd also recommend, like, obviously packing the essentials, like pack light and efficiently. More than likely, you're probably not going to bring a 10 kg bag or a big luggage bag, which you're probably going to bring a small bag. So I'd focus on kind of, versatile clothing, travel size toiletries, first, maybe a first aid kit, depends how kind of how much of a risk you are to yourself. And like obviously just a spare pair of everything, like spare t-shirts, spare underwear, spare socks, spare trousers, just in case what the weather, in Europe anyway, you can never predict the weather, especially up the northern side of the hemisphere. But yeah, invest in quality travel gear. Just a good bag, comfy shoes, and a reliable, just a travel adapter that you use to go from the Irish plug to the EU plug. And then yeah, obviously safety as well. You need to consider your safety. Like obviously, you prioritize your safety while traveling. traveling solo by staying informed, but you stay informed about the laws and potential risks, different cultures there. People, the laws here are the same over in different countries. So yeah, trust your intuition, avoid risky situations, and always keep a copy of important documents such as like your passport, and if you have travel insurance, you can carry that with you as well. And then yeah, I think last tip maybe is like embrace spontaneity. So while like planning is essential, leave rooms for spontaneous events, and in your solo travel itinerary, like obviously be open to expected opportunities and chance encounters and last minute adventures that like may help your travel experience in ways you'd forget. So yeah, um I think that's. I'm not going to waffle on too much because I've had a habit of the past of where I just go off a tangent, and talk for about 10 minutes about random stuff. But I'm going to just try to keep it to the point. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Solo traveling isn't all about just like exploring new destinations. It's about like, you know, immersing yourself in the journey of like growth, connections, and kind of self discovery. Um, I hope that today's episode has inspired you to take a leap and hopefully embark on your own solo adventure. Like, got to remember, like, what's there to wait for? Like, what is there to wait for? Like, remember, the world's waiting for you. So go out there and just embrace like all the different countries and cultures that has to offer. But yeah, until next time, happy travels and speak soon.